Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode, another round of the RSF1 F5 division. As you can see, the championship right in front of us. The battle was between Dano and Fruitboy. Ourselves are in P3. And as we go on now, I think there's 3 races left after this round. So 4 races with this round, 3 after, which I believe is Canada, Austria, and China in our random grid before we go on to the biggest grid, the biggest season in the RSF1 history, which is a 23 race calendar. And as you can see now in the background, we're doing multiple laps here to try and get ourselves into Q number 2 nice and safely. And to be honest with you, yes, we can improve on the previous lap, hence why we've gone again on these tyres, which we will not be touching again. Hence why in Q1 we like to do a couple of laps. And as you can see, we're struggling. There's our teammate Stars Orphan going off into the grass to make sure he doesn't get in our way. We go wide there, come back onto the track, don't get invalidated, luckily. Go purple in the middle sector. And this is a track that I do not enjoy at all. As we go into this long left-hander, lose the back end slightly, lose a tiny bit of time on exit. Now into the final corner. Can we improve? Can we go any better? Come into the line. We've lost about 2.5, maybe 3 tenths there in the final sector, and it's enough to put us into Q2. We're currently P2, and as you can see, Fruitboy, we're watching the end of his lap here. He's currently in the danger zone, but he should be able to do enough to get through, and he does, P7. As you can see, Dano tops that session, us in P2, only Destroyer in P3. Now we're going to start a lap here towards the end of Q2, sorry. As you can see, Dano in front of us, giving us a little toe down this straight. Beautiful toe he's given us. Now we nail the braking zone. If we can get the exit here, we could be on for a good lap, and we do absolutely nail the exit. Now coming down into the hard braking zone of turn number 2, I believe it's counted as, might even be 3. Nail that. Coming around onto the kink, onto the straight now. Very, very easy to invalidate at this next corner, and we just about get it right. It looks quite nice through there, to be honest with you. Now we're coming into the curb. If you hit that curb on the inside, you spin there. We nearly lose the back end on exit, though. Just about get away with it. Kiss this inside curb. Kiss that outside curb. Lovely through there. Now into the windy section. You can lose a lot of time here. As you can see, we're drifting wide. We get on the throttle, and I thought we were still on the track there, but the game says we've invalidated. That means we've got to go again. Now you can see, getting into the slipstream of the Aston Martin, who's just finished his lap of locker, giving us a lovely toe down the straight, just like Dano did the prior lap. And we need to set this lap, because we've only got enough fuel to complete this lap, just about. And also, if we don't do this lap successfully, we are out of qualifying. As you can see, nail that corner again. Just take enough curb there without invalidating. It was very, very borderline. Shouldn't be risking too much on this lap. We go purple. Risk it through there too. Lovely exit though. Into auto spin curb. Just avoid it on the inside. Lose the back end, which does cost us a tiny bit of time. Now into the right left chicane. Lose the back end. Catch the car. That was lucky. If we lost the car any further there, we were out of qualifying. Now through here. Lose the car again. We are on the limit of what we can do right now on these tyres. Run slightly wide. Just about hit the curb. That's lovely on exit. Now into the final 3 corners, all technical. Through there, get that just about right with a tiny little wobble. Now into the final sector, turn a little bit early, the back end goes on us. Just catch the car again. So many mistakes on this lap. Is it going to be enough to put us into Q3 to the line now? And it's at 1:17.7. It's going to be borderline, but as you can see, just enough to get us through. And I mean, there was more time in that lap, but we just could not find it. So that is Q3. Josh tops that session. Dano P2 and Ruli Ethan in P3. We lose Crunchy Bear, Hail King Tomo, Mando, and Stars Orphan, our teammate. So we're not on for pole today, guys. We're just trying to do. It's a damage limitation process from us, and as you can see there, we're starting our lap now here in Q3. And it's all about nailing the braking zones, nailing the exit of the corners like that. That was beautiful. Just trying to nail every single corner and just absolutely get to the groove of this track. This track is one of them. If you flow it around nicely, if you find the flow, you can be on pole. As you can see, we purpled Sector 1. Sector 2 went a little bit bad in purpled Sector 3. And we go P2 with that lap. Only 2.7 tenths off. As you can see, we're already up a little bit here. Dano's given us a slight little toe into turn 2. And we nailed the exit quite nicely, actually. Now coming down into the little kink left. All about getting it right through here. And we could not get it more right than that. That was beautiful. Onto the auto spin curb. Get too much on it. Go wide. Ethan's in the middle of the track. And that is our lap done. But we're going to see if we can push to find a little bit more time into this left-hander. Lose the back end. Try and get the car back. Accelerate and could not do much. And we're in the wall. That is unfortunate. I would like to get more hype, guys, but it is 20 to 1 in the morning here. And I don't want to wake up my neighbours. So, yeah, I've got to be as quiet as possible. And that is just very, very unfortunate. Very poor from us, to be honest with you, as we walk back into our garage. But just lost the back end, tried to correct it, jammed on the brakes, the car wouldn't turn, and we had nowhere to go but straight into the wall. Josh gets pole, Dano P2, Fruitboy P3, ourselves P4, only Destroyer 5th. And Daniel, I saw, was in 6th. Now we gear up to the 5 red lights. And it's go, go, go here for the round number 15, potentially? I don't know, maybe 16, 17, it could be anything. And we're trying to go into turn 1 here now, just to try and get in front of Fruitboy and put ourselves into contention for the podium, because Fruitboy is very quick as the race leaders. Bang tyres in front of us. Fruitboy is very quick, so we need to be in front of him to kind of hamper his progress and also just make sure life is difficult. We're not here just to make up the numbers, we're here to see if we can be a hindrance. Now, I don't think we can challenge for the race win today. We're not fast enough. Podium is going to be at the best, and I think that's going to be a stretch, to be honest with you. But it's all about how many laps can we keep Fruitboy behind us now. Can we keep him behind us? I don't know, but right now on lap 1 we're keeping up with Dano quite nicely. Little mistake there through the right hander, sorry. But Dano, Josh are both in front of us. Dano goes wide, it's probably a warning there. But it's a very interesting race ahead of us here. We got Locker in the other Aston Martin right behind Fruitboy, so if we have to pit and end up behind Locker, I can imagine he's going to defend very, very hard from us. He's not going to make our life easy. I think Stars is nowhere near. We've also got Mr. Blue Sky, who's Dano's teammate. Probably won't make our life very easy. As Josh sets the fastest lap because he's leading lap 1. And we are still in P3. So we gained 1 position after our start, which is good. I shouldn't be upset with gaining 1 position. So just settle down now for this race. See what we can do. And make sure we don't lose too much ground on the race leaders. Shouldn't be too much of a problem as we lose the back end there. But we are losing a little bit of time on them. But, I mean, I'm expecting to. I'm not expecting to be in touching distance of Dano and Josh for the majority of this race, because they're just quicker drives. As you can see here, end of lap 2 in the middle sector now. We're all over the back of Dano. We've gained a little bit of time through there. And it's just, we nailed it. We absolutely nailed it. But then we make a little mistake on exit, and Dano just gets away again. He's trying to keep up with Josh as best as he can, because Josh is looking fast. Fruitboy obviously is a very, very, very fast driver. We all know this. There's been a little bit of controversy going around Division 5 about that, but it is what it is. It's a little bit of banter, and it's also a little bit of, we know he's too fast. He's a very, very quick driver. As Hippo crashes now, and Hippo has brought out the VSC. Now I'm thinking, do I pit? I turn right and turn left. I couldn't make my mind up, but I decided to stay out in the end. As the virtual safety car ends, the VSC ends, and we go purple in the final sector somehow, despite it ending. And not really sure what happened there. But as you can see, Dano and Josh are getting away now. And this is kind of working into Dano's favour in the championship. He's in the battle with Fruitboy. As you can see, Fruitboy's catching up with us. We wiggle right and left, thinking we've done too much movement there in the braking zones. We let Fruitboy go because I felt like I may have moved in the braking zone. So instead of having any sort of controversy, we let Fruit Boy go past us there. I didn't fancy any sort of warnings from the stewards. So yeah, it is what it is. It's poor for myself at the time. I know I was very frustrated with what I did, but it is what it is, and we just now need to settle down. But we did keep him behind us till lap 9, which is more than I thought I could do. I thought he would have been about maybe 8 seconds up the road for me at this point of the race, but I managed to keep him there, hold him up a little bit, and now you can see, now he's in front of us. You'll probably see him disappear into the distance as we lose the back end slightly there, but caught the car lovely. Now we're just going to see how long we can keep up with Fruit Boy, maybe even let Fruit Boy drag us along to the front two of Dano and Josh, or Joshua. And we're just going to stick behind Fruit Boy now, get on the inside curb there, which is normally an auto spin curb. We get very, very fortunate that it doesn't spin us. And now we're going to use the DRS to just sit behind. We're using a tiny bit of ERS because we thought about going for a move here. We're gaining, but we realised we wasn't gaining enough. So we're going to sit here now and see what we can do right behind Fruit Boy. Good exit here. Use the ERS, or the DRS to stay with him. And this should be a good chance for us now. As Fruit Boy's still in front of us here on lap 10. We're just sitting here. We make a slight mistake through there. Get too much of the outside curb there. Onto the grass. Come back on, lose the back end, onto the other side of the grass, and that was a huge mistake. We lose the back end again, no, off the track again. That is massive, massive error, and that's going to cost us hugely now. We've lost 3.5 seconds from that incident alone, and I'm going to box to get off these tyres straight away. The tyres feel awful. I want to get off them after that, and we're going to go and change our strategy now for a 2-stop. As you can see, we're frantically trying to get to the little thing in the bottom corner there to change it. The little HUD to change it to mediums, and we have done. Now it's about where we're going to come out. We come out in P11. Locker's in front of us by 2.5 seconds, 2.6 seconds actually when we exited the pit lane. And Blue Sky's 4.2 up the road now on lap 11. Let's see what we can do. Can we gain time on both of them? And you can see already our fresh rubber on our car is just helping us gain massively. We've got better traction, better brakes, everything is just feeling much better now, and we've already gained half a second on both of them. We are flying. We're a second up on Blue Sky already since exiting the pits, and Locker, we are flying right now. Get on the curb on the outside there, slight error, don't touch that outside curb, you touch that, you spin. Now it's lap 12, we've gained over about 2.6 seconds there. This is ridiculous. The fresh tyres is massive, and we have undercut Dano as well. So we're in a great place now. The undercut is massive, as you can see. The undercut is huge. Now it's all about what we can do, because we were, I think, about 5 seconds behind Dano when we pitted, and we're maybe about 8 seconds ahead of him after the pit stop. That is crazy, the amount of time you gain. Now we're up behind Locker. We think about going for the move. Bailed out on that one because it looked like Locker was going to defend it. So we didn't want to be in a crash. So we bailed out instead of ending up in the back of him. Now it's all about, can we find a way past him as soon as possible? We're all over the track now trying to find an opportunity where we can throw the car down the inside. We're trying to bait him into thinking we're going to go for the move. But it looks like we're going to attempt it here. Locker comes across in front of us. Very, very late defensive move there from Locker. But what do you expect? He is going to be defending. We're in a championship battle in the overall constructors, and he's trying to defend for his teammate who's in the championship battle. Now we're going to get behind him now. EOS, DRS, slipstream, lovely move. Past Locker now. Now we have to have a go at Mr. Blue Sky. He's the next one up the road now. Lap 13. We're pushing as hard as we possibly can. These tyres basically are just being used and abused at this point. We don't care. We're going to use as much of these tyres as we possibly can. As you can see now, we're gaining on Blue Sky. It's just thinking about where we're going to make the move now. We've purpled sector 1. Lose the back end there slightly. That should have been a warning to us. But it doesn't look like we've heaved the warning. We've lost the back end there again. Now we're right behind Blue Sky. Thinking about where we're going to make the move. Are we going to go for the move here? No, we bailed on that one. We sit behind him for the moment. Just need to settle down. But as you can see, we're very frustrated after that early crash. And we're thinking about where we can make the move. Hit the outside curb there, get onto the inside curb, lose the back end. Instead of braking, we accelerate and then we brake too late and we're in the wall. That is our Grand Prix done. Oh dear, guys. But that is the end of this episode, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed. If you've enjoyed and you're new around here, subscribe for more. If you enjoyed this, leave a like. I've been Chris12, LFC, and I'll see you later.